All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another session of Amplifying F Sharp. Let me just briefly introduce you to what Amplifying F Sharp is, and then let's just get going. Amplifying F Sharp is an initiative where we just try to improve the overall F Sharp ecosystem. We would like to see some more hands-on collaboration on some of the open source projects, which flourish in F Sharp. And we try and do this by having weekly sessions. These sessions are really about various topics, that impact people when they are using F Sharp, whether it's a library or it's tooling or anything. And we just go around circles and try and address some of these sessions. And for today's session, we have Giacomo with us, and we'll talk about improving a compiler error inside of a computation expression. So there's a problem case, we have some red squigglies, but we're not quite sure why we're seeing that and how can we sort of improve on this. If you're interested in raising or having a session about a specific topic, we have a join us page where you can sort of fill in a form, give us your name, your company name, time zone, topic you want to talk about. Either you want to be the driver or you just want to learn about something. We'll just try and connect the right people in the call, and you can have just your own little session. That's a bit of a recap. I'll just give the floor to Giacomo, who's going to join us today. And yeah, over to you.
Yeah, hi guys. Yeah, thanks a lot for the opportunity first. And yes, as I was saying before with you in the chat, I'm not, I think, like a very experienced F-sharp developer, but I think, yeah, that indeed this can be a nice chance to explore a bit how things work from the inside, and yeah, try to tackle this like little problem that I had with this basically, matching, which results in like something which is mistaken for like an anonymous or like a custom operator, basically. Yeah, so it's something interesting. Maybe I can share my screen. And yeah, about me, I live in Amsterdam, and I worked. It's already 5 years that I'm here, and yeah, I work mostly with .NET. I work in a company which does, well, it's an online travel agency. So it's we handle this thing, and I mostly try to use F Sharp for testing. So that's why I got this little issue popping up, and yeah, I would be happy to try and tackle it and fix it. So yeah, I'm sharing here. There is this match expression. So here is the .NET F Sharp repository. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Yes, and yeah, indeed, the case is that there is a match expression, and when we don't specify the ignore pattern, this couple of symbols seems to be mistaken, and then. Yeah, there is basically two different cases. I think one when it's inside of task and the other one not, but maybe we can, yeah, kind of see it later. I have a copy of this here. I don't know if you can see this. I try to reproduce like just smaller samples. So here we have, for example, as a simple union, there is a match on this union. And when I forget to add the ignore pattern, I have a mistake when well, it basically says that it doesn't support this operator. So in a way, on this side, it's still a bit clear what's going on, even though, yeah, sometimes it can happen that you just forget, and it would be nice if the compiler or the tooling could suggest some nicer help message or something else. But then if we are inside a computation expression, we have like a similar, I matched an option here, but I guess similar case. And in this case, it tells me that I can only use this construct within a computation expression. So it basically skips this error to me. So that seemed like kind of okay, but it's not telling me anything about this undefined operator. So yeah, use a bit two different cases. Would be happy if I can at least fix one. And okay, so I was following your let's say your guidance, and so I have this sample file open here, and then oh sorry, there is some noise. You can still hear me first, right? I'm gonna open the FS autocomplete repository. Yeah. And yeah, before we were starting to like see if I can build the source of FS autocomplete and reference it from my Ionide, right? So,
Yep. So as a preface for people who don't know or new watchers, FS Autocomplete is what powers the language server behind Ionide. So Ionide is just like the thin wrapper on top of VS Code to do some nice stuff with F#. And then basically all the brains is in FS Autocomplete. And so we're just trying to get this to build.
yep. And so I'm just gonna grab then this. So yeah, I can run again like .NET build. Just
Yep. Once you run .NET build on the FS Autocomplete, you can grab that path that comes out.
yeah. Do you hear noise, guys? Sorry, because I have a bit of a noisy environment, or is it tolerable?
I think it's fine, actually. Yeah.
All right.
It's okay.
Okay. Good. Then I'm just gonna copy this, and then you said I can place it.
Yep. So if you go to where your sample VS Code, the other VS
Yeah.
Code window you had open.
Yes. It's this one. Yes. Yep.
If you do Command Shift P and go to settings, or I guess you could click at the top. I
Yeah,
forget
I
they
guess,
have that
right.
new thing. Yep.
Settings.
Just go to settings, workspace settings, perfect.
Yeah.
And then type FSAC. We have a bunch of settings in here now, but
FSAC, right? That is right.
FSAC, sorry.
FSA. Oh, yeah, sorry. FSA.
And then eventually you'll find something about a path. Keep scrolling down. .NET Core path, that thing. Yep.
This one, right? Okay.
Yep. So paste that in. Now you're using the custom built version. So
Okay.
whenever we party on it, we're gonna have to build, and then you have to do a refresh. So you will have to do a refresh window so it loads that DLL instead of the one that you shipped with on Ionide.
Yeah. For refresh, you mean just like reload Visual Studio? Yeah.
Yep. Reload window.
Okay. I don't have it here. Wow. Reload window. Yes. Okay. Good.
And then
Okay.
that should be good enough to, once we start making changes to FSAC, we can
Mhm.
build that over here and may have to reload it here.
Nice. Okay. Then I guess now I can jump to FS autocomplete. And so yeah, I see yeah, I noticed that like in the other sessions that you made, yeah, there is this test for the LSP, right? Language Server Protocol. So is it like a good place to start adding a new test case, or where do you usually start?
Well, I think for this, I think we probably want to understand what the problem is first.
Mhm.
I think we're kind of like jumping the gun,
Yeah.
showing we're going to make changes to FSAC. I think we know that, but I think we should figure out why we need to make changes to FSAC first.
Yeah. So maybe I should copy my code and show the like the parsing of my code for like the expression
Yeah.
trees.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Should I start with this first simpler example maybe?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yes. Okay. So sorry, is here Fantomas? Yes. Okay. So I can copy this and
So you wanna this is the happy case where the underscore is there, and
Yeah.
we'll sort of see. Well, let's take a look at what the syntax tree looks like, and then let's remove the underscore and the space, and let's see what it kind of turned into. One thing we first want to do is just find the word hello, I guess. And that's going to be somewhere in the AST, and then jump from there. Exactly. So the hello is a constant, is a string, and that's part of a SYN match clause, which basically is just the match clause inside of the pattern match. That's the representation. You can actually click on the string that has the numbers in it, the range.
Yep.
If you click on the string itself, it sort of highlights the code on the other side. If you were to
this one, yes, nice.
Yeah, exactly.
I see it.
So if you click the range of the match clause, you'll see that that's the range of the constant. You want to have the next range on
In 149.
149. Okay, this one, yes.
Yeah.
I see it here. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And sort of the parent of that on 156 is the entire SYN match clause.
Yeah.
That's the entire thing. And the question is, what happens when we don't have an underscore?
So should I already change
I
it
think
to see what's going on? Okay, and then show tree. Okay, I'm gonna search for hello again. Oops.
Yep.
No. Okay, so here I can see constant string. It seems I see the range here.
Yeah.
Another range here.
That's all still the string, I believe. But what we're right now interested in is sort of the parent of that. We noticed the first time it was a match clause, and if we scroll up just a little bit.
In this one, right?
Yeah.
But okay, match debug expression. First, okay, I guess it's this one.
Oh, it's the one, that probably is the one. Okay.
This trivia, no.
No, it's 172, that range.
That's strange. But it seems it's not including the
exactly. So in this case, it is actually taking the match clause and considering it done and finished, and then it's actually going to use a operator, or it turns the last match clause into an operator with the string hello. So we should see somewhere an application of the constant, and I think it's maybe a little bit tedious to see in the AST over here, but I'm expecting a little bit higher up to find a SYN expression application, and that's going to be
application. So I can
this
SYN
app
apply.
.app is going to be dot app, yes, exactly. App from application, and you can see on line 130 if infix is true. That's what indicates that we're using an infix expression. Like if you were to use a plus sign, like the plus in F# is also just an operator. So to model that in the AST, it says like infix is true. And you can also see that on line 136, you have operator bar minus greater. And if you click on that range, you'll see it will indeed match with that entire thing. Yeah. And that's sort of what happened here. It transformed our match expression with two clauses. It transformed it to a match expression with one clause being used inside of an operator with the right-hand side expression, which is the hello string in this case.
I think to really emphasize that this is the case, you can wrap the match expression in parentheses, and it will still be the same AST. No, just after the hey, if you close the parentheses after the hey,
Okay, so like from here till the end of the hello.
No, make a closing parentheses after the hey and an opening before the match.
Ah, okay, like this and like this. All right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and the ASD should be the same because like Florian said that it interprets the bar and the minus as an operator now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Mm.
looks similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I think.
Exactly. And our initial idea was to maybe let's change the F# grammar rules so that this is a thing that we could, okay, also just consider this to be like a match clause and then have it play out AST wise. But this also just is a valid syntax for operators. So we could in our code define a custom operator with this shape, and that's going to be valid F#. And because that's the case, we can actually sort of conclude that, okay, what the parser made out of it actually is correct. It just looks very confusing for end users. And, you know, based on that notion, our idea was if that happens, we could potentially use the error code and create some sort of an alt-enter code fix type of solution in Ionite that you would at the very least see that, hey, this is an operator, but maybe you're actually trying to use a wildcard inside of a match pattern and just propose to the user that that quick fix.
Mhm. But I was wondering because this, in my case, I haven't defined it, right? So like,
Yeah,
just because I guess that should be like like infix operator, right? So it's
yeah, yes, exactly. Parentheses and then the operator.
yeah. So like. So it would be something like this, and then of course I can just like I don't know, like yeah. Let's
Yeah.
say I want to redefine plus. I don't know.
Yes, yes, exactly, exactly. That this whole thing probably is valid F# code. So if you paste all of this in .NET Interactive, it probably produces a concatenated string if you were to throw these two things in there.
Yeah. And but in this case, since like I was just wondering, why does the F# compiler think that I have defined this, even though I didn't? I was just curious.
Well, it first looks from a syntactical point of view to what you have in code. It doesn't know yet at this point that you don't have a operator defined. So what we're seeing here on the right-hand side of the tool, it has no idea what that actually does. It just recognizes shapes at this point.
Yeah, it's just basically creating the tree for like all the expressions, but it doesn't have a clue of what is like defined or not. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. It does not know what is what and if the code is even valid or not. It just, looks at the syntax level.
Mhm.
And also, I think the case, for example, if you try to do this on line 5, like trying to create a discriminated union, but instead of using only the bar, you use the bar and the arrow and put something else, that will produce an invalid. Basically, that wouldn't compile.
Like if I do like this.
Yeah. So and then if you just show it, that wouldn't, I guess. Hopefully that wouldn't be. Yeah, that was it says unexpected infix operation in member definition. So in this case, the compiler knows. Yeah, but then in the case of line 10, that the grammar rules, I think the way that they are they're interpreted, I think it's no way around this from the compiler side of point of view. You will need to work around with a quick fix or something that will, basically work in the IDs.
Yeah. So because here basically, ideally, it would be nice if it recognized that whenever I'm putting this under a match, it's kind of part of a match.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it should
So
kind of include this like this kind of.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay, so and do you want also to see the other case, or we just start with this one?
I think we can start here. The next interesting thing would be to see what kind of an error does F# give us for this case. So
Yeah.
if you go back to your sample VS Code, maybe.
Yes. I can just go here, and here it tells me that it's incomplete, which is correct. There's like a warning, and then the error is, in this case, the type doesn't support this operator, but
Yeah.
it doesn't really tell me that I didn't define this operator.
Yes, exactly. So there's definitely a couple of things there. It also has an error code in this case. So I think if you click on the so-called operator again.
This one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then view
So
program.
it has the 43. That's something we can work with. If you click on that, that actually opens a link to a page that doesn't exist. But I mean, the idea is good.
Yeah. I can.
But the F# error code is something that inside the IDE we can also use.
This one, right?
And yes.
This was another issue. Okay. Where can I find the error codes? Sharp compiler.
If you open up the repository, you can look it up in a file.
Okay. Still in that F# compiler, right?
Yeah, I think just go to GitHub and yeah.
Okay. So
If you actually, yes, you can either do that, or you can just press dot and it will open the compiler in a VS Code instance.
okay, you mean like from here?
No, go to the browser.
Yeah.
And yeah, dismiss, close this pop-up. Now press dot.
Dot.
And
Okay.
now it will show you, it will show you this, and then on it's kind of VS Code extension. And now here you can look for I think it might be on just 43, or might be a long number, depends on where it is, but I think
So we do like this. Okay.
I don't think you will find it like this. But you can open up the file fscomp.txt, I think it's called.
Pretty low number, so it might not be.
yeah, it might be in like
might not be
compile sticks.
Okay.
But I don't think it overly matters that much where the compiler decides to throw this. I think that the more important thing is that we have a number and we can try and have our code fix hook that number and then see is the AST in the shape that we expected, and if it is, can we propose a potential fix?
Okay. So yeah, we have to target this FS73 bus. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, FS43. Sorry. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna keep it open to remember which number it is. Okay. And so now we want to tackle this to write when there is this compiler error to show a possible fix, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so we want to go to the FS autocomplete. Okay, here guys, I'm like I'm all ears.
I guess not the most interesting thing to start is just how do other code fixes work? And there's going to be a folder, Jimmy, correct me, I think in F# autocomplete itself, that there should be some code fix folder where all the code fixes are listed. You want to be source and then code fix.
Changelog? Yeah.
No, changelog is like what
It fixes .fs or
try that one.
Okay.
All right, so this contains the types, I think, but not the actual code fixes. Go to the Explorer back again.
Yeah.
Might be easy to find like that.
Or just Explorer. Like
yeah, exactly. So you want to go to things like code fixes is good, but then there must probably be a folder as well. Yes, there's a folder called code fixes.
There's a
Yes.
folder.
Two up.
Here, sorry. Yeah.
And then, for example, open the add missing fun keyword. That's most likely going to look similar to what we're after. Yeah, every code fix is in its own module, and there's a title and a fix function. And if you look at the fix function, it takes some parameters, but it returns a code fix. And let's look at the type definition of code fix.
For this one, right? For fix.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So if you hover over the type code fix,
Yeah, for fix.
Yeah.
Okay.
or go to definition or something along those lines. Yeah.
For
So
fix, okay.
yeah, so you see that it takes some parameters and it it shows a potential asynchronous result with a list of fixes that could either be empty, and the fix itself is basically what kind of text do we want to edit when this code fix is invoked. And the way this works is that you basically do some detection. Is this code fix? Is there anything we can code fix? And if so, you just return a list of edits or a list of fixes that could be executed if the user chooses so. So going back to the add missing fun keyword, there's a little bit of a helper that says run if diagnostic by code. And that's like a helper that already makes its first initial filter. This code fix should only do something when error code 10 is coming in.
Oh, okay, nice. So I need to basically build something similar for my 43.
Exactly. For the 43, we want to do something similar. And I guess we can just start there, add a new file, and set up our fix function, and then just basically hook it up into FS autocomplete, because just having the file doesn't necessarily have it integrated in the language server. So you need to hook it up in two places. So let's just start there.
Okay. And I see here they also have this is like an interface file, right? FSI.
Yeah, it's a signature file.
Signature, okay, yeah. All right, so should I just copy this too, make a copy?
Yeah, that works.
And then let's call it, how can I call it? That's the hardest thing, right, to name. So.
I'm not good at naming either. I would go for something like add missing wildcard to operator, or add missing wildcard maybe to start, and then
add wildcard operator. Yeah.
Add missing wildcards maybe. Let's keep it short for now.
Like this, right? Okay, and then okay, so now we have these two. Good. So now here I have to put 43.
Yeah, and you probably want to also update the module name.
Yeah, the title, right?
The title, but also on line 1, you probably want to mimic the name you had there.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. Okay. And then this is missing like this. Well, really, yeah, just like what.
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably need to rethink what the title could be for like a good user experience, but for now, let's just work with that.
Question, what do we need to the FSI and the FS files?
These two, right? I mean,
yeah. So I saw you created two files. Is it always needed to create the FS file and the FSI file?
The reason an FSI file is created in this case is that FS autocomplete uses a new compiler feature which
Ah.
enables graph-based type checking. And if you have signature files and that kind of a setup, it is beneficial to how long compilation takes.
Nice one.
Faster for
So
typing.
from the rest of the project point of view, if they only need to look at what information is in the signature file, they know enough what's happening in the module, and that sort of helps them in compilation.
No, okay, this one I think
Nice.
is fine for me.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, and then we said that so this decides the codes, and then I have so to basically create my code fix at this point, right? So like
Yes, exactly. There's like a lambda already, and basically inside of that async result on line 15, we need to return a list of potential fixes. So we could just return an empty list for now.
Yeah.
Comment out all the old code maybe.
Shouldn't we try to hook it up first to see that this
Yeah.
works before we go further with the change, just to make sure that the infrastructure is in place?
Yeah, we could. Not really doubting that we will miss any infrastructure, given the expert on the call.
Well, I can try. So should I just like build and see if it's shows me
You need to make this known to the FS autocomplete server that there's this new code fix. There's a list in the implementation file of the adaptive server. If you
Let's check is
it's inside the server, LSP server.
so there is something called fsautocomplete.lsp.fs, and then there's another place. So if you go to fsautocomplete.lsp.fs,
It's under the LSP folders that you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, sorry. Yeah, sometimes I try to search files directly from here, but it doesn't dig into the folders.
You could hit Control P for searching for files.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yep, and if you just type LSP server, you should find both of them because we have 2 implementations of it right now currently.
Ooh, which one?
There's adaptive and then there's the other FSL. Yep, so
I can start adding it here.
there's a huge list of already existing code fixes. If you just
search for
Um,
code fix. Yeah.
Code fixes is this one, right? Like without this function, no. Code fixes. This.
Yeah, where is that?
I would actually maybe look for the add missing fun keyword because that's already hooked up somewhere. So you just basically want to put it before or after that, maybe.
yeah.
It's here. Yeah, okay, right. Thank you. Okay, so I can just replace the name of the module, like basically add my module after this one, right?
Yeah, but as it's all still the same, you could probably just copy it and then exactly pass in all the same stuff.
Should I get some instances? Course, and the same parameters.
Yes, for now, because it's just a copy paste.
I'm missing what.
Yeah, maybe you need to compile before.
Let's open terminal here.
But you let's add it to the second implementation of the server first before you start to compile.
Yes, and the other we said it's.
Oh, did we add it to the project file or do we have those set as wildcard?
It's a wildcard, and that
Okay.
probably explains why IDE isn't really picking up on it.
Yeah, because we look for like changes to the FS projects to do reload, but if you add a file for a wildcard, that's why it doesn't work.
Yeah, most likely.
so it's
I
called
guess-
FS autocomplete LSP in Giacomo. FS autocomplete LSP.
Okay, thank you. FS auto complete. Is this
Yeah,
one?
go ahead and speed that one.
Okay, thanks. And then I can search the same old add missing. It was here, so I can. Okay. Add missing file operator fix. Okay. So now I can build, right? In theory, because there is a wildcard, so I don't need to add files.
Mhm.
Okay. And well, yeah, that's the same as before. And now I should get already some hints in my editor.
That's
Um,
that's jumping the gun a little bit.
It
Okay.
might be the case that the compiler can't overwrite the existing file because it's already used in your second session because you changed the.
Yeah,
I
so
did.
I
Oh,
have to
okay.
reload. Yeah.
And there's also another thing that we're glossing over, but if you look at the code, we just copied the code, so it will react to whatever's happening in missing fun keywords, which won't work with us changing the error code. So basically, there's some logic to decide whether a code fix action should actually show up. So there's already some existing code in there, and that's just not going to work for the number that we
Yeah.
just changed, and that's why you wouldn't see anything yet.
Yeah.
We could basically shortcut it and just do like a return listed one item and then see what the return is.
Yeah.
Just
to
to
see
really see the
something.
error. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I can just return a list here, right?
Yes, but you want to maybe just copy where it returns a list with one item. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and this part I can just like comment everything, right?
For now, yeah, that should be fine.
Okay, and just return a list. It should be this code fix. Or where can I copy from? Like this. Okay.
Yeah, you wanna copy in these something and make something hard coded.
So if you're not getting IntelliSense because we just added this file, you can update the fsproj file, just like change it real quick, and it should reload
Yeah.
so that you could actually get IntelliSense for this.
So I'm gonna just return some title. Well, title should be there, I guess.
Mm.
File edits. I need to just update the edits, right? To see something new text. Sample suggestion for and
I think range, you could take diagnostics.range or something.
Yeah. and maybe it helps if I have like some IntelliSense. I will see, and I can.
Too far, just update the autocomplete fsproj file, and we'll just get so we can get IntelliSense for this file.
Where is it? Here.
Yep, just put like an enter in it to save it. I think we'll reload it next time we try to type check a file. So go to a file it already knows, like that one, yeah.
Okay, this is not
Yep,
that, but this should know it, right? No. Yeah, it's loading. Yes, okay. Range,
Yep, there we go.
range. What is range?
So range is the location of text where new text should be. So in this case, there's also a range property in the diagnostic that you get. So you could probably just use that.
This one? No.
Yeah, just remove range equals and then type like diagnostic, and that
Okay,
probably has a.
Okay.
Yeah, the diagnostic from line 14, that would be like the lowercase diagnostic.
Don't really see much work. You mean in the diagnostic field?
Yes,
Right.
yes, exactly.
Range.
That range, yeah.
All right. So now this should already be something that I can see in my editor, right?
Yes, I think it's going to suggest to replace the operator, like the the bar dash greater than with your text. So more or less expecting that to happen now.
So it should be the one. Oh, my Mac is going on the moon. Yeah. Okay. This I have to reload, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Window. Mhm. Still see this. It should appear like as a quick fix, like as a yellow eye.
Yes. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, there it is. Ah, okay,
Yeah.
nice. All right.
Okay. And just out of curiosity, click it. Click
Yeah.
invoke it. Yeah.
Ah, same. Okay, so it replaces my
Yeah.
suggestion.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's
Nice.
Now you can make your first quick fix to Iona. You can now implement thousands of them. Now
Giving
we
a screenshot, guys, because it's a moment of glory.
Yeah, the first time you see how that works, like, oh, I see my code that I change all of that in FS Autocomplete. I see it there on Iona. It's really cool.
It's super cool, yeah. Okay, nice. So this part is great. Probably, yeah, it's probably very simple for you guys, but for me, it's still great. And I go back to the original project. Okay, so now it's really like the implementation, right? So we need to start.
Yep. And I guess we probably want to add a unit test first, because if we write some code and then need to do the whole dance to see it in action again in another editor, takes a while. So you want to head over to the coding, well, the unit test part,
This
code
one,
fix
right?
test.
Is a code fix test? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm gonna just copy the one from before. I guess there is a similar one.
There's only one file, I think, for the quick fix test. So if you go to tests, there will be only one file. All the tests are there. So just
That's not entirely true. There some of them are separated out, and I mean, correct me, Jimmy, but good citizenship requires that we just add a new file and keep it clean.
I would say add a new file at this point. We should
Is it?
we
is
should
it like
make
this one?
it simple.
Oh, this is
Mhm.
new. Okay, I was trying to copy something small. Okay, then I just add a new file. It's still with the star, or do I need to then reference it to? I'm gonna check the project. How do we call this? Add missing wildcard operator dot fs tests dot fs. Okay, and then I guess I can just at least copy this to make a module.
Maybe copy
the
a
first function?
dedicated test file. That should be more what we need.
Sorry, which one? Which file?
Implement interface tests, for example, or rename PowerArm.
Okay,
Just I think a dedicated test file is better suited as a template for us.
dedicated. You mean like as a name? I should change the name?
No, just if you copy all of tests, we have to clean a lot of stuff up.
Ah, it's just one test I have to copy.
One test file, like generate abstract class stub tests.
It's like not all of this, but there is, you mean like a sub file that I have to copy.
Yeah, like in the code fix test directory, there are already some dedicated test files. And if you take the content of one of these, it's simpler compared to copying all of tests.fs.
Okay, but this, for example, is a good case, implement interface.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna copy and paste this. And yeah, I'm gonna change the interface module. Right. And here, this code is the same like error code, this diagnostic expect code, or is it?
Yeah, that's going to be it's going to be the same error code.
So it's 42, right?
Yes. So there's a lot of existing setup or infrastructure for these types of tests, and we basically can just reuse a lot of things. Let's just maybe start with changing line 11 and 12. Just use R.
I would say first, let's make sure to add this to the FS proj if we haven't, and
No.
maybe have to do the same trick if it's a wild card. So you get IntelliSense.
Okay, where's the project? Ah, yes. So helpers just yeah. Is it oh, I don't see it.
Looks like
Uh,
it's the same trick,
yes.
so just
Is this
update
one
this
right?
file.
Line 50. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Just
I
add
need to add
a line or
I
something.
add
Save the
my
file.
own, yeah. Or should I just add another compile include?
No, just save the file.
Okay, and then it's gonna
that's-
get the
And then go to a file that it already knows, because
okay. Like,
it will force a type check, and then it should,
this one should know already from before.
yeah. And then you can go to your tests and you should get type checking now for the tests.
Loading.
That'd be a good fix actually to
Yeah,
put in
so
eventually for
that would be very
tracking
nice.
wildcard dependencies in your MS Build project.
Yeah, to like force it to reload at least would be nice. Yeah. Okay. And all right, so I need to change this to match my control. Okay, so. Yeah. Okay, I don't know why rename it's not working. Rename symbol.
I think it's in that effect.
And how should I call this select? The same like select code.
I think just select code fix. In our case, we probably only have one.
Okay.
And
Just like this.
yeah, that probably works.
Okay, and then the other I just drop it.
You can probably drop that, yeah.
And this is 43. Okay.
And then the right hand side of select code fix, you probably want to use the title that we just gave for our code fix. So
yeah. And is it like already in this module? No.
it's in the new module that we added in the remember the title and the fix property in the signature file? It's basically the title now that we're after.
Okay, so we just add missing also here as a module, and then
yes,
add
yes, exactly.
Card operator, and then yeah, the title is gonna be the different, right? So this.
Gotcha.
Something like this. Okay. And then I guess since we removed that, we don't need the second line, right? Because that's for the other fix, like this whole block.
Yes.
I can drop it. Okay. Then here I
This-
guess I rename the test, right?
Yeah. So basically, you definitely want to have something like test case async and then get everything up and running. Just not sure, like the code you copied, if that's the easiest sample to like work with. Could you maybe go to one of the other files, like add explicit type annotation?
For the test or for the implementation?
For the test, I just, there might be an easier test list to copy from.
Yeah. Like one of those? Or...
Yes, exactly. So if you scroll up, it's probably listed in like a test list container helper wrapper thing. Yeah, you wanna,
server test list? This one?
yes, exactly. You probably just wanna copy that until the first test case or something. And that might
Like
serve as a bit of an easier template. Yeah.
until the select code fix, right?
Until after the select code fix. I think the last parameter is the expectation of what it does.
Yeah.
And yeah, basically that's the
Okay.
thing you want there.
So I can then I just replace this part. Is it?
I think, yeah, if you just put it before line 10, maybe.
Okay, just at the top. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, test state. All right. Yes, and then I can. Yeah, I add this already. Select code fix. So I can copy this here. And was there anything else? What is this? Unmatched. Ah, yeah, because I have to close it, I suppose.
Exactly.
And
You need to close the list as well. So
yeah, so first is a list, yeah, and then right this, something like that.
Yeah, gotcha. And then right now it says diagnostics accept all, and that's probably something where we want to do that bit with the error codes. If you scroll down just a little bit, yeah, we had diagnostic expect error code. Yeah, let's use that instead of accept all.
Okay. Yeah, and this part now I can drop because I didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Many more changes. Okay. Nice.
All right. We see that we have two strings. There's like the before and after.
Yeah.
So we can update that to the sample test sample you had.
Yeah. So this is the what it sees and like but let's say the test
Yeah.
case, and this is like the test case after the suggested fix.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So yeah, this one, right? Maybe without comments. Okay. Okay. And like this. Okay. Now we got the space. Maybe I just okay. And then I suppose that we expect something like this.
Yes.
Right.
I know that. I would probably add a space before the underscore as well.
Yeah, you're right. Yes.
And one thing you also need to take into account is this will trigger on an error code, and our cursor needs to be in the right location, because otherwise it just won't hook into the code fix. And the way you want to put your cursor in the file is to use the $0 marker. So
Okay,
on line 23, exactly there, you want to put $0, and
like
that's
this.
Yes, exactly. That represents the cursor in the file, and will then trigger on the operator, and that's where the error code we saw in the
Should I put it like this, or does it?
No. It's not. So imagine that when the code is run, like the $0 is being removed, but then if this is removed, then it won't align the bars anymore. So I think you want to have space in there, if you catch me.
So it needs to stay like this.
Yes, like this, exactly. But at runtime, the $0 is kind of gone. So that's where.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, just like
exactly.
Okay.
And we're almost good to go. But right now, this test file should be included in like the larger test suite. So right now you can see on line 10, the function tests isn't really used anywhere.
Yeah.
So we need to hook that up someplace. And I think that's probably going to be in test, not a fast.
Okay, yes, because I guess also this one is called in the same way. No, I see 0 references on this one. Okay, strange. Well, maybe it's just not run. So if I go to test.fs,
I think at the very bottom, you'll probably see the entire list there.
oh yeah, here. Okay.
Exactly.
Will I just add it at the end or after the other ones, like before?
I think at the end is fine.
At the end is all right, right? Okay. Yes. And my interface. Obviously. Just like this dot test.
Yeah.
And then
Probably, yeah, takes in state.
okay, looks good.
All right. And if we now were to run this, your test will be picked up, but all the tests would be run at the same time. So what you want to do, there's a magic trick. If you put an F in front of your test async, then it makes the test case a focused test case.
This one, right?
Yeah. And if you have it like that, it only will run that test.
And I can also just run from here. Does it work from your night? I never.
Who knows?
Maybe this always works, then I can just like run my test.
That would be ideal, but I honestly have no clue what the state of that
The
is.
Test Explorer stuff that Farley contributed is pretty good. But yeah, there's a million caveats to the test framework stuff, and there's a reason people get paid to work on that tooling.
Yeah, it must be like super complex. I mean, yeah. Okay, yeah, it doesn't run, but I guess, or maybe it is. Let me see. Tests run.
It's
Doing something. Yeah.
Yeah, so it does have to build to get to the point where it gives you like test stuff. So
Yeah, maybe
we'll see.
Let's wait a bit. I hope it doesn't run them all.
think there's in the output window. I think
there
there's
is one
Ionide tests or something like that.
Ionide debugger.
Maybe it's
Test adapter? F# test adapter?
Ah, yeah, yeah.
I've tested it. There it is. Yeah. See if that.
Okay. Yes. Nice. Run exit code. Found duplicate test name. Okay.
Yes, that's another wonderful expecto thing. So we gave our test a name. So there's the F test case, and that already exists, of course, because we copied it from somewhere else.
Yeah. So
and yeah, very silently, expectos is not going to do anything and not really tell you.
okay, we then can suggest I would call it pattern wildcard match. Wildcard match for missing pattern for non-exhaustive match. I don't know.
Wildcard pattern for missing case or something.
For missing match case, yeah.
And then we probably also want to change line 10 because I don't think it's the add explicit type annotation anymore.
Yeah. This is the same name of the module, right?
Seems that way.
Missing wildcard operator. Okay. Is there anything else weird? Code fix. No, I guess we fixed the. Okay. Let's try again. Nice. I'm positively surprised by the amount of changes I'm able to make for now. So thank you so much for your time and help. Let's do the debug again. Debug console. Select
in the output
out.
pane.
Sorry. Yeah, it's still the old one. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, I probably have a terrible laptop. Very old Mac.
Did it do anything or?
It's saying running tests, but it looks is hanging a bit. And
Yeah, let's start from the command line.
yeah, I think it's better. Good idea. Okay. Let's just reload. Yeah, reload. Okay. And now just with .NET Test, since I added this F, it should only execute this anyways, right?
Yeah, we probably want to navigate to the test project and run stuff from
Okay.
there.
Only for on the project, yes. Okay.
Yeah, because there might be other test projects that would kick in with .NET Test at the repository level.
So city test, city FS autocomplete test. Okay. Oh no, city not yes. And so if I run from this, it should be fine, or right? This is the assembly. Yeah.
.NET Run probably works.
.NET Test should both work. I think run you have to specify the framework possibly, but
Sorry, .NET Test, right?
yeah, just .NET Test should be fine here.
Because because it runs from here, so it should run this project. Okay, we're building. Just run. No task discovered for the following projects. Oh, okay, yeah, it's running now. It says it cannot discover tasks for this. But maybe it was from
But I think that's unrelated. Once you run the test from the terminal command, I don't think the pop-up is related to that. That's something that that test runner is doing.
Oh yeah, it is. It ran. Okay. yeah. Nice. Okay, so it fails, which is good. Incorrect text after the use to see maybe because I zoomed out a bit, so maybe I'm gonna zoom in. And then Yeah, there is one failure.
I think it runs for .NET 6 and 7, and that's why it's reporting 2.
I actually think it's because of the two implementations that it runs it twice.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, but then incorrect text after applying the chosen code action string does not match a position. Okay. So actual is still sample suggestion. Okay.
Mhm.
So then our suggestion should be basically this. So it's gonna replace it all, right? So basically I can take all of this and apply it to my suggestion and it should work.
Yes, that will make the test pass, but we probably want to be a little bit more clever about it. So the error code 43 sounds to me like something that happens in multiple places, and we really are using it in a very specific situation. So we want to do a little bit of testing in our current code. Are we seeing what we're expecting that we're seeing? So that the code fix doesn't trigger in locations where you're not even having a pattern match, for example.
Yep. So I guess, yeah, we'll go back to the implementation, right? First, or you want to start
Yeah.
from the test? Okay.
Yeah, let's go to the implementation.
Yep.
So the new text, you can already update it. That's our end result. We're going to replace the diagnostic range with the bar underscore arrow. So that's definitely what we want. But we just want to double check, like the diagnostic range, is it really that operator that we're seeing? And is it really combined with a match expression before it? And that's something we can detect from the syntax tree inside of the editor. So the thing we saw in Phantomist 2, we'll try and get that and do the same check.
Is it something like on this side? So like on line 28, there was this error text, and we basically read it from the diagnostic.
That would be one option. So we could indeed inspect the error text. The message will indeed say something about that operator. But just texting, parsing the text itself is a little, flaky, I guess.
Yeah.
So
use the
we really just want to see the syntax tree and then make a decision based on that.
Yeah. Okay. And in here, how do I access the syntax tree already from the?
I'll let Jimmy answer that one.
Yeah.
That I don't. This is the part where I don't have as much information on FSAC. I'm not as comfortable with code fixes as I am just like the infrastructure of.
You need different inputs for your fix, basically. If you look at other code fixes, they get different inputs, and we need to copy the behavior of one that gets like the AST. I think this, if you go to the right, or scroll down a bit.
Yeah.
To the real fix. Further down.
All right, syntax tree traverse.
Yeah, you need to go further down to see what we need to here. Get parse results for file. If you call this function that gets passed to your fix, you can see here parse and check line swing source text. And
okay, so we've got parse
parse and check get AST in line 115. There you can access the AST.
Okay, with this CS pulse.
So let's copy what this fix gets as parameters and adjust your fix to it.
Should I copy this whole fix part since it's not very big? And then just
I would actually maybe start with the first 3 lines.
Yeah.
these three, right?
But you also need to, yeah, let's start with that.
Sorry, the parameter I need also, right? Yeah.
Mm.
Parameter.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm just gonna for now place them here, and then this one. So I need only that as like the same as this for parameter.
Yeah,
And
should be enough.
okay.
We can add other stuff if we need.
And the 5.
And
This part I remove. Right.
yeah. Now we need to adjust the calling of the fix in the big list of the 2 LSP implementations.
And of course, update the
And
signature file.
And the
Yeah,
signature.
exactly. I was seeing this. Okay, just let's copy this signature. Yeah, actually, just copy this. And do this right. And get lines doesn't use anymore. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So now we have file paths.
Let's fix the calling of the fix first in the big list of fixes in the 2 LSP implementations. Like in the adaptive
Yeah.
LSP and the old one.
This one, right? Yeah. Yeah,
Exactly.
I need the what was it called? I forgot. Go back to the file.
Try get parse results for file, I think.
Forget. Yes.
And the first, yeah. Oh, was it something else?
Oh no, it's good.
No, it's okay. Yeah, okay. And yeah,
And
the same in the other file.
which was called, maybe I still have them open here actually, the open editors. Adaptive LSP server, FS autocomplete LSP, this one, right?
Yep.
Yes, right. Okay. I can just copy. I lost it again. Is this, I think, target parts. Okay. All right. So these 2 now are fixed, and now we can start this part. So yeah, we have the file paths. This is like the position of the cursor. What is this part?
Yeah, that's the position of the cursor where your code fix was triggered by the user or by the compiler, by Ivanite, whatever. Yeah.
Line string and source text. Okay. And then you said that this parse and check, to actually use it, I need to oh no, there's not this one. So I need also this.
Yeah, the parse and check dot get AST. The get AST is the syntax tree, and that's the bit we're gonna investigate, I guess.
So I can copy this line, right?
There is a code fix I added recently called, remove something that I think you can mostly copy that part. So it's called remove pattern argument.
In this one, right? Or
No. Look on the it's a file. So if you do Command Shift P,
remove?
you look yeah, and at the top there's a function called try find pattern. So if you copy that, I think that function there, and
Yeah,
then
right.
it's kind of similar. No, line 14. Line
Okay, but I have
14.
to copy the function, or I can just invoke it from this.
No. Copy the function.
Okay.
So yeah, minimize that. Copy that function.
Yeah.
And then go back to your code fix, paste it at the top, like that. Yeah, and now go back to the quick fix, the rename pattern argument.
This one, right? No.
You go back to the rename pattern argument file.
Yes. The
Yes,
remove
and
this.
then scroll down, and there's a line 41. There
Yep.
is the way that you call it. It's called try. Yeah, copy that much, and
With the edit also, right?
yeah, I mean just copy from line 41 to 46.
Yeah.
No.
46.
Yeah, and then
With this, right?
rest we can work it out. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yes, and here,
Yeah, that's just I think namespace missing. This needs to be inside of your fix function. So maybe 45. Yeah. And then now see if you need a namespace missing somewhere.
yeah.
Just do the quick fix. I think
Yeah.
there might be a quick fix for that. Yeah,
Yes.
that one.
And
Range is another. You are missing another one. So
do they need an extra argument here for range?
no, I don't think if the remove pattern argument had a range pass in there. So I think that is hidden. That is hidden somewhere.
Okay, so let visitor.
So if you go to the remove pattern argument file, and you look at the opening at the top,
Yeah, probably.
my range. So C maybe is line 9. What we are missing. The open.
Yes, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, and it still gets it even lowercase.
Yeah, maybe. Some
Unfortunately, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
But
Yeah.
it's also aliased uppercase, so you could definitely mix and match if you feel like it.
Yeah. So
So
maybe.
like small lore time, there's like 3 different ranges you have to be aware of. One is like an LSP specific range, how they decide what the ranges are. There's the F# compilers version of what range is. And then we also use like Roslyn's source text, and they also have their own depictions of what range is. And then there's some other like range too that's outside like the idea of code that you may also find. So just be aware that there's too many ranges out there in this code base.
So
This
well,
one is right? I mean, it's just it was just a casing. Okay.
yeah. So what the code we just copied does is basically trying to find where what's the basically traverse the AST or go through the AST hierarchy and find the information that you need. So so yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say. And yeah, I think this gives us the enough boilerplate to work what we need. I don't know exactly what node are we interested on from the syntax visitor, or which is the one that we need to override.
Yeah, this one, right? So here in this case, we need to check it here, right?
Exactly. So in our case, we're actually interested in finding the operator elements.
Yeah. So it was if I search for hello again because I got lost.
No, I think
it was
it's
the apply, right? Oh.
Is it the infix that we're interested in?
It's the op underscore bar minus, exactly. That's the thing.
Okay.
And I guess we want to do the detection maybe on original notation. Because yeah, also just another confusing thing. The item that you see, the identifier is the compiled version of it. It's like a more an internal representation, and 2 lines below it, it's really what the user typed. And that's probably the check we want to do. Did the user type this thing? If so, then let's propose a code fix. That might just be like a good start for now.
So this one, right?
Yes, exactly. So we're gonna need to do a pattern match inside of that visitor thing to see if that somewhere is being found.
Okay, should I copy it like as the whole option or just this, like the?
I would copy from line 120 to 130.
Yeah.
That's like the entire identifier nodes, and if we match that,
Is this right? Is basically all of this.
that's exactly all of this. So we're just gonna try and find a node that really looks like this, and if we did find it, then let's return the quick fix, the edit.
So, and it needs to match in here when I have this remove or?
So the way the visitor works is that the way the syntax tree represents itself, it's all a bunch of different types, and you know, F# types, discriminated union, it all is different way of composed. The tree is just composed of different types.
Mhm.
And you wanna investigate in the visit expression, because right now you copied an expression and you basically want to see is that expression the shape I expect it to be. So in this case, we can remove the visit pattern because we're not really interested in, we're looking for an expression and not necessarily a pattern.
So this part I can remove. I don't need.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Okay.
Not the last curly
yeah.
brace.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
okay. And in here, I have to express my.
Yeah, so this will just go through all the different expressions, and we basically want to double check, is there an expression that matches the shape we have in mind? And is it also matching the range of the diagnostic that we're seeing? That's basically what we have as position there. We're gonna check both things. Is it with the shape we expect, and is it having the cursor on top of it or inside of it?
Okay. And this one is creating an anonymous object. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. The syntax visitor base is an abstract class, and here we can just create our own instance and override the things we need. And all the things we don't need, we can just look for the default traversal.
Mhm.
So if you go back to the online tool, maybe.
Sorry, to line.
To the online tool, sorry, to the online tool.
Yeah, the online tool. Yes.
Right now, we have the entire tree in our hands, and we need to navigate from the top to line 120. And the visitor code really goes from one level to the other and will sort of go by default, traverse everything. So we start at the implementation file, then on line 9, we see, oh, there's actually a module or a namespace in here. Even if it's an anonymous module in this case. And then it has a type, which we sort of can skip, but it also has the let binding. We need to drill into the let binding. So if you collapse line 14.
14, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Open it again. I'm sort of expecting 2 declarations to show up in there. So the namespace has the type, maybe collapse 15.
15. I should collapse 15.
Yeah, try that.
Range this. All of it.
I'm a little bit confused right now. Oh, sorry. Could you press the blue button again? Show untyped AST if we're not seeing the correct tree. So basically, there always is a file. File will always have a top level module or a namespace. In this case, we didn't give it the name, so it's going to be anonymous. And if you now collapse 14, you'll see the first thing is a set of types, and the second is a let binding. And we need to drill into the level of the let binding, and we need to look for the operator inside of the body expression of the let binding. And in order not to do all that matching ourselves, we can use this visitor. And all the there are some standard ways to get to that point, and we only need to override what interests us, basically.
Okay. So we basically, when we want to go there, we just cannot provide only what I copied before, which was this. I know.
Yeah, that definitely will be a good start.
I think it was this. No, oh,
Yeah, so you
Top
could,
value.
yeah, the long indent, that's the representation of the operator.
Hmm.
If we do like a match on the expression that comes into the visitor and say if this matches this long indent,
Yeah.
then that's actually our shape we're interested in.
mhm. So then
So
we
the
can, so but should I put this like, is it fine if I just like declare?
So look at the type difference of the different parameters that are on the visit expression. Which one of those are you can you match against? So for example, expression, what is it? Is a single expression?
Expression, yeah. mhm.
I think this is the one that we need, isn't it? The one that single expression we can do a match there and look for the shape that we are trying to find, because that's an expression.
Okay, and I was thinking, but for the shape, can I just like declare expression?
No, because you are going to pattern match basically. Once you pattern match, you are going to look for that shape.
Okay,
I mean, it's a matter of I guess of taste, but you can start with the pattern matching and then you will.
okay. So here the default traverse I don't need, or do I need to keep?
You might need it to exit this function and continue traversing up, but for now just leave it like that. So if
Okay.
you do match the expression with, then here it might be a is it the same expression that is straight the same expression? I think so.
Yeah,
So
so the one that I copied from
you
there.
need to format it in
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Here probably this. No.
we can like remove it. You remove a couple of bits and pieces. We're interested in the original. Exactly, we're interested in that original notation, so we can just remove all the other things in there.
So this I can remove.
no long.
Long ideas is part of it. So the
yes,
optional, yeah.
yes. Mhm. Okay, and do I need this dot ranges
No.
and trivia? Trivia I need because it's the
Yeah.
original notation.
Yeah, the trivia is definitely the part you need. But like the ID is just a duplication of that. So you can just remove ID as well. And then remove the
Am I missing something? Unexpected. Why? There's two
The
parameters.
ID, the line 31, you can remove the 31, I think, because ID is just a
Okay, so only trivia I keep.
for now, yes.
Okay.
And like the alt name ref cell thing, that's also not really overly relevant.
And also the range, or no, the range we need to
Yes,
keep.
we need to check the range, but maybe so the function R doesn't exist in this
Yeah.
case. So we
So
just
for
want
us,
to,
yeah. Okay.
yeah,
so
we want to also keep range in there, and you
I
just want to, yeah, assign it to like a variable that we'll use them later on.
that we will pass.
Yeah, we're gonna check the position against the range, and we need to just assign the range to something.
So it's gonna be a variable in this instead of this string, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, range string, something like that.
remove the R. The capital.
Without the big just range equals range is enough.
The capital R doesn't exist.
Okay, all right, I get it. Sorry. Yes. Okay, and then here I just put
I think you're missing a parenthesis somewhere.
yeah. I think after this,
Um,
no.
let's see.
Long indent is closed. Then there is this property. And this.
Yeah, it's not comma. It's when you do name parameters, you do column. No, what's it because column?
Yes.
Semicolon, yeah.
Yeah, semicolon. This is one of the decisions that I never understood.
Yeah. Or actually, when it go in new line, you can avoid it, right? Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And
There's the
then
extra parenthesis lying on 34, I think.
This is not needed. Yeah. No, it was not.
Then,
No, it's
add a
not.
little bit of indentation to the arrow. Yeah, exactly.
And this indent trivia I need to import.
namespace,
Yeah, that's another namespace.
Okay. Okay. match expression with this, or I can use the default match here, right? With the
Yeah,
other one.
exactly.
And then just do
Traverse,
the
yeah.
whole traverse.
And now now we want to make sure that the code fix triggered in the wide range, and for this we can check if the pose is inside the range you found here in the traversal.
So this range, we need to pass it to try find pattern? No.
No, you have the pose where you fix triggered, and you can say now something like when range contains pose.
Okay.
Not completely sure, but
Yeah, if range, something like that.
yeah.
So
There should be a helper function in the range module. You can use for this.
maybe can I import it just to look it up? No. Is F# compiler text range?
I think you already have it open.
Oh yeah,
Or-
here first range. Range dot. Maybe I can just test it here.
No, I don't think it's a static function, so you wouldn't find it like that. So
Okay.
I think what you need to do is on line 34, after the parentheses, you can type when.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, 31.
Oh, yeah, inside the match, yeah, when,
when, and then say when. What we're looking at, I think is position range is equal to position dot range.
Or you could peek at another code fix to see how
Oh, yeah.
this
That's
stuff
good.
works.
This like end range? No,
Now let me try to look like that.
because position is here. I have it.
If
Yeah, I can see the function. It's called FSE range to LSP. FCS range to LSP.
As range to
Yeah,
F.
second one. Yeah, but
Okay.
I think it needs to be.
Sorry, I'm gonna interrupt. What you're actually looking for is the FCS range module that contains position. There's a helper function over there. So
This one, right?
not FCS range.
Okay.
Sorry. You want to go F# compiler dot range. So the code for the full namespace real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, compiler. Sorry, that's text dot range.
Text dot range, yeah.
Yeah, and then and you
This is the function make. Okay, I have something there. Okay. Oops. Output range before position.
Range
yes, range
contains
contains.
pose.
Yeah,
Contains
exactly.
position. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Alright.
the one you want.
So when range contains position, right?
You
Contain a range as well.
I
It-
can take a range. Okay,
Yeah.
I fix a range and gives me, okay,
Yeah,
remove the equals and
just like this with range. For which position?
range and pose.
Exactly.
No, one more parameter after range.
And position, yeah, it takes two, right? Yeah, range, position, bool, okay.
And now you give a sum back.
I return here, what should I return? Is it expressor? An option of range.
Just return the range. And
I just return range.
was sum.
An option, yeah, it's an option.
Okay.
You want to use lowercase range on line 20. Because I think uppercase range is like the LFP range, but we're interested in the compiler range version.
Okay, but this I need to import from
I
somewhere.
mean, a different namespace.
Range, so it's not this, but where is it? The other one? I mean, I can take it from the other. What was it? This?
One might be an alias somewhere, and I don't know if it's us making that alias or if it's
Range.fsi. It's
such a
still
compiler text.
text. Maybe I can try to. Maybe I just need to build. I don't know. Range things here.
Just I will copy the openings,
Okay,
the openings and put it
Yeah,
there
yeah.
and just
Yeah.
don't know which one it is.
Yeah, I think is okay. So it's just if I remove this, it should work, right? Yeah. Okay. Many different ranges.
Yeah.
Okay, so and this also now, but this I still need the other one, so it's fine. Yeah. But it's the uppercase, so okay. So now this is finding it. So when I get a sum, I have it. It means it has a match, right?
Mhm.
And then this visitor, it traverses with the visitor, and it gives me back an option of range. Okay.
Yep.
And then try find pattern. It's here, so I'm passing this, and when I have none, it's fine. So it's good to return empty. And when I have some, I can call this like
Operator range is probably a good
Operator.
fit.
something like that. Okay, then in this case, say in this case, I can just kind of return my fix, right?
Yeah. So you can use the operator range maybe as the range in the edit.
Yeah.
And
here
yeah,
I
that
replace.
and that range will not be a compiler range, but
It's a
it'll
different one.
LSP range. So you can there use the helper function FTF range to LSP.
Yeah.
Um,
I was confused with that when you
Line,
did
line 54.
yeah, 54. Exactly.
So this is the okay. So
yeah, that's the helper to sort of convert a compiler range to an LSP range.
I'm just gonna do like that LSP range equals. Okay, this I don't need, right? Okay, and here, this is still.
You can remove that whole line.
I don't need it, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. And then here I can really replace with my substitution because now it's correct. It shouldn't match anything else.
Mhm.
So like this, right?
Yep.
Nice.
Should it be everything or only the I mean I'm not sure.
That should be it.
Okay, yeah. I'm just going to type it. Okay, so I can build the test. The test should be green, I guess. Then in the test, do we need to also test the case that it doesn't like mismatch a wrong match? Like it doesn't suggest this replacement for something else, or is it fine? Do we want to have it in the test?
We can have additional tests to sort of expand. Let's just take a peek if the first test is passing.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try to run it again. Okay. I'm already in there. Yes. Let's make a test. It's green.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Nice
Okay.
one.
One case covered.
Yeah. Super nice. Okay.
Mm.
Then I guess yeah, then I guess
In-
there's some extra work to make a pull request, but
You can build it now and see it in you know, that directly on your Visual Studio Code if you want.
yeah,
Yeah.
correct. That's
That would
nice.
be a good way to start.
Yeah,
I mean, I trust the test, but
Just reload.
okay, where's the other one? Here. Okay. Doesn't open the other.
because the extra challenge is, you know, this is the way. This is a case where there's no computation expression involved, but there's the challenge of kind of applying the similar quick fix, but when you are in a computation expression context. But this is a really good start. So yeah,
Let's hope that it works.
just wait a little bit to give it.
Oh yeah, I see something. Where is it? I saw you.
Depends on when you. I think when you trigger the quick fix, where that's supposed to be triggered.
Oh, it was here.
Do you need to reload the window?
Maybe I can reload again. Yeah, just to be sure.
Already did. So
I did so.
But I saw for 1 second it was appearing.
This is the time. This is the time.
Okay, loaded the types.
Checking for quick fixes.
Wait a little bit longer with the cursor there. Yeah.
In
Okay.
here, right? On this one.
If you hit like Control dot.
Yeah. Not yet,
Oh,
because here I have it right. No, no.
Something is wrong.
No prefixes.
There should be one. Still running something behind.
Still running MS build, yeah. Discovering test, okay. Okay, maybe because it's let's just close this and just open the file, because maybe it's
is it still using the custom DLL?
yeah, because I added to the workspace, but maybe I'm also thinking that it's just gone. Okay, let's just open a terminal.
Can maybe add the custom DLL path to your default settings just for testing now.
Yeah, I think let's see the second script. I already added here as well. And then settings. I can do the user settings, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And
It's not the UI. Okay. Settings. It doesn't. User.
yeah,
settings.
the third one.
Okay, open settings. Yeah.
And yeah, search for
FCS.
FSAC.
I always got it right, the wrong. There's too many single acronyms I don't remember.
This one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just copy from the other. Lost. What is it? Terminal. Okay. My computer is a bit under pressure.
You may still have it somewhere in the external terminal open.
Yeah, it was just because I can't move the bar in Zoom. There's a way to just like hide.
think you can send it to if you want it to the top, you can send it to the top. I think there is a
Is here, right? Hide video panel, hide floating
view options, and then you can hide video panel, I think it's
Maybe it's hide floating meeting. Yeah. Hide floating meeting. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah, it was here. Perfect. And it was the other
Visual Studio settings. Yeah,
this one. Okay. Good.
And now a reload.
Without the window. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Now it should work.
someone said once, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. That's the case for most of the developing stuff. So
I'm optimistic. Let's see. Okay, this works here. Okay.
yeah, there's quick fixes there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, let's do
Wow.
it. Let's do it.
Wow, amazing. It works.
Nice.
Let me put my camera to celebrate.
I need to
Good job, Jacob.
I'm gonna take another screenshot. All right, super fun. Nice.
Just keep in mind, if you develop FSAC like this, the DLL is locked and you can't compile because it can't be overwritten. So that's just something you will run into if you keep working on it now.
Yeah, maybe it's good to have like a workspace where.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
In general, yeah.
Now I see error is already not there anymore. Maybe I change. Okay. Well, anyways. Okay, I guess I can. That's a good success for me.
Yeah, definitely. Keep up. You can apply multiple tests depending on the scenario. Play around. If you need help, you can contact us again on Amplifying F# for a second session if you are up to, or you want to, implement anything else for F# or for IONI or for any ID, because we have covered, Rider, VS Code, Visual Studio. There are sessions on all the IDs. So yeah, sky is the limit now.
Yep.
To the moon now. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot, guys.
Yes, thank you very much.
Have a good evening and a weekend.
You too.
Like